Hey guys, it's Will here again, taking a look at the new units. The plastics finally released separate from their start collecting boxes from Warlord Games. I'm pretty excited for these. They're 30 in the multi-pose plastics like you normally get. Early and mid-war. Goes into details of what you get. Stuff, the decal sheets, which I think I heard somebody say there are some things that were wrong on it, but we'll see, and some information. And of course, they're now doing it where they're showing you kind of like what paints they use to paint with it. That's not, your normal sort of colors that you might not have. But yeah, let me go and open up the box here. So looking back here, we have them all open now. We have the instruction manual here, which kind of like tells you all the parts, what they should be, with the parts here. And on the back, we have ranks, paint guides, the different uniforms, even some hidden stuff that other companies may have skipped over, like I believe this guy right here. I wish they would do more, and I hope they do more like this in the future, even if they go back with some of the more generic boxes like German Grenadier, American Army, Russians, where they'll go back, even if they don't give you the transfer sheets for it, they would give you this sort of style. They would redo it for this style, or just every new box coming out that they do this, especially if they would give you a transfer sheet with it, because that's always good to have, because a lot of people playing this game aren't historians, or maybe know like just the generic big battles from the movies and stuff, which isn't a shame on them. It's a game. It's really fun as a game on its own. It's great. The fact that it's based on historical stuff is just a bonus. So let's go looking into it. Transfers here themselves. So we have our first tray here. There you go. So we have their backpack for their machine guns. A lot of these poses are in an active moving pose. And they're different sort of hats. For those who have seen the Italian Army black shirt box that I may have done, they may look familiar. That's because, for the most part, the Italian Army used the same sort of uniforms for all their dudes, excluding armored, I think. And the only real differences were their gear and their hats and their markings. So, these guys, you could technically make more black shirts or army out of these guys. You could make crew and stuff if you want to. And they're, as long as you have spare heads, which I might. Because you don't need, like, unless you are running a whole army of these guys, I only really need like 2 units of 10 for these, and I might make more Italians. The difference, though, the major one is all their rifle arms are their carbines, because that's what they were known to have. They were basically what you could deem a like mobile, like armored platoon, like a cavalry. Their whole gimmick is fast moving. And then of course we have the trays here to make 25 dudes plus a spare right here. So with that, guys, I'm going to go build some of these models up, prime them for you, and we'll see you in the second half on the potato cam so you can see what they look like when they're done. Maybe I'll use this camera, who knows. Hey guys, we're back here again with the Italian Bersaglieri, however you say it. I'll probably have the pronunciation somewhere. But here are just 6 of the models out of the 30 that you can make. And because how the Italians uniform was basically uniformed, like, all their shirts and stuff are the same, no matter where you went. The little insignias and some pouches and gear that you may get, or hats being the big one, were different. You could, if you have spare heads from the other plastic boxes that just came out, make these into other models. So I made another section, a 6-man section of black shirts to fill out my ones that I have odd numbers of, but the rest will Bersaglieri, however you say. If you guys haven't seen it, check out my last video about these guys where I made the metal box kit, But you guys can vote what you think is value and stuff. So thinking that you can make 30 dudes with this. So yeah, here we go. We have one of them with the Beretta SMG with desert hats. Here we have is the loader or LMG. And more SMGs. These units can take 3 SMGs, I believe, per 10 men or whatever, 5 men. We have the loader in a running pose. And then we have, if he gets into focus, the NCO of the unit with his pistol and his hat. So if we raise this up because the lighting is wonky here. Yeah, so those are the plastic Italian Bersaglieri, however I butcher it. If you guys liking stuff, hopefully we'll see you later. I'm going to start streaming more on weekends, hopefully. I'm going to be painting up some of these guys, playing some Moonbreakers, and all that. So with that, we will see you guys in the next video.